Welcome. This is Barry Jones from the Angel School, and we're here for our weekly angel reading for May 24th through the 30th, 2021. So before we begin, I'd just like to welcome anyone who's new to my channel and to the Angel School community. And I just invite you, and especially all of our viewers, to, if you haven't subscribed, to do that at some point in this video. And don't forget to select the all notification bell. And don't forget to like the video, as that helps with the algorithms and sharing this content with the rest of the YouTube community. And in the upcoming weeks, I will be posting the monthly angel scopes for the month of June. So just be on the lookout for that somewhere around the first week of June. That I'll put that out. Also, I'm going to be continuing with, so some of you may or new to the channel, I also post daily card messages that I write, and I post them here on YouTube and on my Facebook page and Twitter account. So those social media links are below, where you can find those links. And also you could just go to, I think, community post on YouTube. But if you subscribe, they should show up in your feed here on YouTube. And if you like my page by joining, I think that's how you join Facebook pages, or follow me on Twitter, they should come automatically to you as well. And finally, just like to make everyone aware that my special offer for my half-hour reading of $77, which I have extended for 1 full hour, is still ongoing, and will likely be ongoing in the month of June as well. So if you like an angel reading with me, you can go to my webpage, theangelschool.com/services page. And that link is below as well. When you get to that page, you will not find the special offer there. What you will just find is the half-hour reading. And when you select it, submit, I will send you a confirmation email within 24 hours on the first business day. On the first business day that I am available after a weekend. So what will happen is it will note the special offer for you. The instructions to schedule your appointment are within the email. And the starting date is also indicated there. And I usually ask people to submit 3 weeks ahead of availability. The least amount of time that you have within each week, then just extend it further into the weeks following those first 3 initial weeks. That way we'll just already have enough information. And just keep in mind that there are no limitations or restrictions. So if you've had a reading before, this is available to offset sort of the financial impact of the pandemic. So don't worry about that. It's up to you whether the special offer you feel you need or not. And the last thing I would say is, when you get an email, just send me a note immediately, just letting me know you got the email, so that way we're going into Mercury retrograde this week as well, I think on the 26th. So things kind of get a little wonky with electronics and email kind of things. And so just make sure, if you get the email, that you just let me know. You don't have to submit your availability if you're not ready in that moment, but just confirm. Okay? All right, so let's take a deep breath. And just let go and relax. And just allow yourself to be just aware, to be present and aware with where you are vibrationally. So just pay attention to your vibe, your body, noticing any areas in your body where you might feel sensations, or be aware of your thoughts without resisting them. And just breathe and let the breath, no matter what's going on in all these aspects of you, let the breath be your source of comfort, calm, and focus. The angels will keep writing lessons. There's something they've been writing ever since I began. So there is some important lesson unfolding for us this week. And it's going to have a huge impact on the following cycles of your life. And they really want you to just write the word very clearly, believe. Okay? I almost get a sense that this has something to do with not trusting. When an opportunity is presented to you, that you doubt yourself. When they wrote that word believe, it's almost like it's this feeling of no matter what it is, just believe. Believe in yourself. Believe in the universe. Be compassionate. It's a word they're just writing as well. Just believe. Doesn't matter how much your ego is screaming at you. Just believe. And they're writing the word delivered. That despite all of the shenanigans of the ego and the fears and the concerns and the worries, that this will be delivered. Whatever it is, it's going to be delivered. Something's going to be delivered to you, or you're going to be delivered from something. And they just wrote the word membership, as if, I don't know if this is specific, but it also feels like to remember where to whom you belong. In that sense, that you really are divine, and you belong to the network of oneness. And in that network of oneness, all solutions, abundance, the peace, the harmony, the alignment, the balance, it's all there. The revenue, the ability to transmute, the purity, the purification. And they're writing finally. This is a moment where it just feels like finally. Like either finally this is the word I'm seeing. So it's like finally you are free from something, or you've arrived, or you're able to express something. It feels like, I just saw the word expression. It's almost as if, there was something in your mind or somewhere inside of you, and it's been driving you, but you haven't been able to fully articulate it or grasp it, or you haven't been able to bring it out of yourself. And it's that sense of finally. And you're probably going to discover what the glitch was. It's like almost the glitch, it'll be unveiled. And especially in a sense that it's been causing you, like they're writing the word pause, to put things on hold, causing you to not be able to settle. And I just did see the word settlement. This might be, for some of you, literal, that a settlement comes through, but it's that finally. Or they're writing a dream. A dream is finally fulfilled. Finally. Or finally, to see the word responsible, that you feel responsible. You feel like you've matured. You feel more secure and less afraid, finally. Creativity, messages coming through, solutions. Something that's finally captivated yours. The word captive. Something's finally captivated your attention, fulfills you, and now you have this sense of purpose and conviction. Finally. All right, so let's take a look at the card, the oracle card, and Archangel Ariel, prosperity. So this so much fits, and I was seeing the message about Jupiter, okay? And it kept right into the planet Jupiter, and so we have this. So this is going to be a week of expansion, of opportunities, of abundance, affluence, things being fulfilled. But this, you're going to realize that this was always available to you, and this just was this glitch in your beliefs, in your perspective, that was keeping you from being able to express this, or they're writing, keeping you from being exposed to this reality. They write the word integrity as if there's an elevation in one's integrity that allows this expression and interpretation, the word I'm seeing, to unfold and to be realized. You finally get the message. And they're also writing about respect. There's an aspect of this that there's a new level of respect that you're perceiving, not only within others, but for yourself. And this opens beautiful pathways and allows new awareness, new expression. And with that new awareness comes new expression. So they're writing, yes, confirming that. And there's something about the essence coming, an essence being surfacing, unfolding. And this essence gives you a new sense of empowerment, as they write that word again, responsible. Something that you'll be able to embody, or have a sense or a feeling or of embodiment of this lesson in a very powerful way. So Archangel Ariel, this message says, your material needs are provided as you follow your intuition and manifest your dreams into reality. And there's that piece about following your intuition, just letting it come. Believe in what you're being guided to do. Believe. Don't doubt. And doubt comes so easily. But believing in yourself can be just as easy if we just think more action, implementation, to just follow through, to discover. Don't worry about what you might discover, but be eager to discover, to play, when you follow your intuition, that's a choice. What might unfold is not something you can predict, but what you can predict is that you'll be there in that moment and do your best and make the best choice for yourself out of what is provided for you based on what you discover. So don't try to predict from the moment that your intuition guides you and leads you into this unknown. But prepare yourself to know that when you arrive and when you see what it is, or when it's finally revealed as a result of following your intuition, that you are powerful enough, strong enough, wise enough, capable enough to make the best decision for yourself that you can in that moment, and realizing that you will do it again and again as it's required, as this is where your true power is activated. And so trusting yourself is important here. And the only way to trust yourself is not to be focused on being right or wrong, but trusting yourself should only mean to you, the only responsibility that you have to develop a trust in yourself is that knowing that you always do your best to make the best choices based on what you know and understand. That is your best. That is the only best that you can do. And this is a compassionate understanding of what it means to cultivate trust. It's not about being perfect. It's not about others being perfect. It's about seeing yourself and someone else doing their best to make the best choices that serve the highest good as they understand it or could possibly understand it in that moment. That is the only level of trust that any of us can really expect from ourselves or from other people. As we understand that we cannot expect anyone else to fulfill us, therefore the kind of trust that we normally think that we place in ourselves and others is not going to work. Because all any of us are able to do is to do our best based on what is going on in that moment. And sometimes you might be in your worst moment. You might really be displaying the worst of yourself. And from that position, you can only do the best that you can. You can only make a certain level of choices from that content of awareness. This is why we need to judge each other less and be more compassionate, because when someone else is having that and you've had it, you know how limiting it can feel to try to still step above just a bit and make the best decision that you know how to make in that moment. And with this compassionate, forgiving, understanding approach, you break the cycle of lack in your life and open your heart and your mind. Because when you're free of judgment and condemnation, you're open to all the levels of abundance that are available to you. Okay, so let's take a look at the messages that are coming through this week. Okay, it's a beautiful card. This is the Eight of Fire, or the Eight of Wands. And you can see that it's like you can see someone running at the speed of lightning, right? At the speed of light, and there's this fire energy because there is so much intensity here. So, it's almost like watching the, I don't know what to call it, the exhaust, or at the end of a rocket, and the fire just comes out as that momentum to launch. So this week starts off with things moving very quickly. Now, whether or not that how that unfolds to you. It could be that something plops into your life, and it kind of all of a sudden shifts everything, and then everything is unstable, which is not a bad thing, but to our ego it feels and it projects that it is. And so we then try to really cling to things rather than letting things fall away and flow in whatever direction they need to go. So it could be this sense of something just really plops in and just sort of disrupts the continuity, the patterns that give you comfort, and really throws you into this spin of having to make a whole bunch of new decisions. And it may not even be that many, but gosh, sometimes to the ego 4 or 5 is just like overwhelming. I remember when I was making a decision to move some things, and it was like, now I got to do this, I got to hire somebody to do that, and I got to hire a truck to do this, and how do I do it's like it was so overwhelming because I had everything the way I liked it, and now I'm going to be changing it and bringing something else in, and it was the mind was just spinning out, and it makes you feel like everything's out of control. But what you're actually witnessing is, and it feels chaotic, but what you're witnessing is change in action. And there's a lot of release and a lot of surrender that has to happen. So you might feel like things are moving very quickly, and maybe things feel like out of your control. But just focus. Focus on what it is you want. What is your deepest desire? With the fire energy, there's desire. So this means that you need to really focus on a desire. If things are feeling like they're moving really fast, okay, then this is the opportunity to help you in that instability to really focus on what you desire. And when you hone in on that desire, then purpose and pleasure they're writing. Because the thing that is bringing about the change is going to bring about pleasure. And that's why sometimes change is so frightening, because we're giving up one comfort, but for the unknown, an ideal or something that we hope or we believe will give us extraordinary new pleasure. But then we freak out about the responsibility of having to make the adjustments and to manage it, and to do whatever we need to do to make it happen. Very interesting. And most of the times, and you just wrote the word chastity, but most of the times we're hemming ourselves in. We don't allow ourselves to participate in the vibration of prosperity. We lock ourselves out. We lock it down. We're not open to the orgasm that the change will bring. Interesting. See? And here we have the 9 of air. I may need to move this up a little bit so you can see. A 9 of air, worry. How am I going to do this? Look at him sitting there in the dark, and notice the energy that's forming all around him. That's the thoughts. That's all that time he's spending, stories, the horror stories that he's spinning over something that's so beneficial in the context of the story that the cards are telling so far. This is what we do. Instead of getting ourselves in a position to express this new energy, this beautiful change of opportunities, we cramp up, we worry, and we create the most incredible nightmares while we're awake. It's all insane. But this is what we do. Just perfect example. And I'm getting a new phone and switching. And I was going through this whole process because I was with one phone maker for a while recently, although I had been with this particular phone maker previously and loved it, but had to switch because an incident with that manufacturer. And then I come to this one and I've gotten used to it. But the whole thing was around all the paperwork and the financing and because I'm not one of those people who, does well with the terms and all those things that are written there. And as I read it, it just made me even more afraid to go through with this. I'm worried now about, this and this and that. And I just started to create these horror stories. And I caught myself going, wait, one of those things was, okay, I'm going to trade in the old phone to get money off of the new one. But this whole scenario came in my head, well, what if I don't like the phone? And there was this thing, well, you can't get the other phone back, so then I would be without a phone. And I just made this horror story up and was extremely worried. But I caught myself doing that. Now, I know this seems petty, but you all have probably experienced this so many times with so many different things that might be really important. But, again, I don't want to judge what is important, is not important, but it's the same awareness that we need to have. This is how we just hold ourselves back at that moment. This is how that fear displays itself. And it's really about I know for me, not allowing myself to have what I want, what I desire. As soon as it's time to do it, I really, go bananas. I really, that's not the phrase I hear in my head and I can't get it out. But, clam up, okay? Clam up. So, and that's one of these things that we have to pay attention to, this reaction. Just the way that this figure is doing the card. We have to pay attention to that when things are finally moving, when we finally are seeing aspects of what we desire, or there's a potential for you to get onto something. Believe in yourself. I don't know why they just wrote the word respect, but they're trying to say that this is a form of respect, and the other disrespect to yourself, and it creates distrust. It's a way of practicing distrust rather than trust. And remember, you don't know until you arrive. You have to go through the process. You have to accept the choice in order to discover what other choices that you will be able to make. You won't be able to see it from this until you make that choice. So in following your intuition, follow it. All you're doing is following it. You're not signing any contracts or anything. And then you'll see what is to unfold next. And you'll be more comfortable with the choices that are to follow, because you'll be up to speed. You'll be following the process that will move you from point A to B. There's like a process in between. So don't be afraid of the choice initially from the beginning without even getting into it, because everything that you're making up at that point is just a nightmare while you're awake. And it's just walls the ego is putting up to prevent you from moving forward. So therefore you feel trapped, stagnant, and you feel like you lack so much. And you have this, you're caught in this tug of war of lack, need, and fulfillment, but can't get to fulfillment and can't fulfill the need because you're so afraid to allow the chaos of change to create this momentum. It's really like a dam breaking and the water just flows everywhere. And that's what it's like to your ego when you have an opportunity. And you're going to have to just flow everywhere. And you'll figure out how to swim. And figuring out swimming means you'll figure out what choices are best for you, and you're capable, and you trust yourself that you're capable enough to do that. You do it every day anyway. Just sometimes it's not that big of a deal, but it's all the same deal. It's always the same deal. You choose and life unfolds, and that is your role, your responsibility, and it's how you fulfill your purpose. All right, and look at this, the Ace of Water. So here this card is about when you get past this new feeling, you're gonna feel, and this is what's so important, is that once you get through that process, you have a new sense of purpose. You feel just open, your heart's open to everything. And you find yourself in this expansion that you want to fulfill, that you want to fill with yourself, with your expression, your unique expression. That is to say, how you craft and create your life or whatever it is that you're doing. So this is a beautiful sort of way that the week unfolds, is that there's a process, but if you move through it, your heart will be fully expanded, and you'll be very receptive to all that the universe is offering you. And they wrote the word afford. You probably even feel like you can afford some of the goodness that you deserve. And these are moments, they write it, that are unforgettable, and that we really need to remember these moments and take the time to sit with them and appreciate them and feel the gratitude and share it, so that that moment becomes, I don't know why they just wrote the word emerald, but let's just, an emerald moment, radiant with healing and just abundance. And you might even want to call in energetically this week. I have Archangel Raphael. And why don't we do that now? He's saying yes. And Archangel Raphael is coming in, and we're going to ask him to create a cosmic emerald for you, to place in your third eye. And just breathe. And really connect in with your heart chakra. And just experience the beautiful, glorious white light. And feel yourself in this space of purity. And just allow yourself to feel, as you focus on this beautiful white light and you're surrounded by it in all directions, feel the peace, the harmony, and clarity. And just feel how wonderful and magnificent it feels to love and be loved. ask your angels to open your heart and to expand your wings so that you embrace everything that you do this week with this divine love. And we're asking that the cosmic emerald that Archangel Raphael places in your third eye helps you see abundant opportunities all around you and possibilities, and help you to see more glorious versions of yourself. Greater capabilities, skills, and talents. And to give you new vision in your psychology, to imagine more loving opportunities and experiences for yourself, to help you to feel safe and to see solutions that are safe for you and others. And so it is. All right, so I'm going to pull the card from the bottom of the deck. And wow, this is the Ace of Pentacles. So this is about showing us that there's also new opportunities that are coming to us in this week. And this is what we really are shifting. Whatever we're going through is to open up those opportunities to you in this week. So be open to the change that's coming. Be eager to embrace choice and to not put so much pressure on yourself, but to be compassionate and really do your best. That's all you can expect from yourself, is to do your best to make the right choices for you. But to follow your heart, to follow your intuition about the choices that give you a sense of hope. Hope this week is going to be really important. If an opportunity presents a new level of awareness and hope, then trust it, go with it. Remember, you have free will, but I get a sense that right in the word free, that this will give you a sense of freedom, whatever that choice is. And freedom in the sense that you have now an awareness of new possibilities. That is real freedom without actually manifesting something yet. Hope. So with the wands here, these aces, it's not saying you have to it's not about like getting into the thick of it yet, but it's honoring and and acknowledging that these opportunities are there, that they are available, that they're feasible, and all you have to do is choose a path, make a decision that opens up a path for you to be on that course, to receive those gifts, or to be able to express your gifts. All right, so I send you lots of love and angel blessings, and have a beautiful week. God bless you.